You're such an asshole.
We have a guy that wrote it in an advice piece for the women out there, and you can please, if anything, let my record go down as someone who's constructively critical. Not I was just hating on people because I had a hate boner. If you look at it, yeah, there's a lot of anger, hatred, and rage, but it was all constructive. He was a mean guy that told fat people to lose weight. Yeah. Who's your real friend? Anyway, so this kind of goes along one of those lines. I'm just going to read it because it's lengthy. There are a lot of links, which I don't know how I'm going to incorporate. Which maybe I'll put there's a lot of them. I don't know if I'm going to put them in the description. So the title of this, You Don't Have to Be a Hewer to Capitalize on Your Looks episode. Assuming you're an adult female, here are the steps to success as a decently cute 6 out of 10 or above streamer. 1, have/work on some kind of talent that translates into streaming. Excel in a sport, playing an instrument. My buddy just visited. There's this South Korean gal who just plays piano. And she knows exactly what she's doing. She speaks English. She sings very well. But then the shtick, because he likes listening to music, and then the super chicks come in, and she's like, "Oh, thank you. Oh, you did it." I'm just like, that's bullshit. She knows exactly what she's doing. Well, she's the millionaire, and I'm not. But yeah, this gal is not. She's not dressed provocatively at all. She's just this cute Asian gal who plays piano. Oh, thank you so much. She's nice and sweet and kind. She's not even a knockout. She's like a 7, maybe an 8. I don't have yellow fever, but if I did, maybe she's an 8 or a 9. Huh? Basically, whatever hobby bullshit you have an interest in where you can perform short segments on a stream. 2, take out a loan for streaming and hobby equipment. What? If said female has a boyfriend, just convince him it's an investment opportunity that you will pay him back tenfold when you make it big in a year. Actually, that will be the time when said female dumps him from one of her rich audience members. In the pianist case, new grand pianos run 10,000 plus new or 3 to 5,000 used. Streaming equipment, another 5,000. Boy, you don't need. That's a high level. $5,000. That's a high level professional studio. I'll add my professional here, ladies. If you would like this video audio quality, there's 2 things that have nothing to do with the equipment. You get a pretty good mic. This is a Blue Yeti. That's a Logitech C922. These are not high-end pieces of equipment. It is lighting, which I got a light there and my blue light behind me, and all that paneling, soundproofing. It's your environment that does more than the machinery. So 5,000, that's a lot. Before you bitch, realize that's a fraction of the cost of 1 semester of that dumb college degree you were thinking of majoring in. 3, monetize said talent by streaming in short performance bursts followed by light banter to be relatable to an audience. I wish I knew that South Korean gal. I wish I knew her name because it's exactly what you're talking about. Followed by light banter to be relatable to an audience. Read out names of those who send super chats. Look sincere when you thank them for your donation. Oh, she did the coy. Oh, I so embarrassed. Oh, thank you so much. I'm just like, why don't you just say me love you long time while we're at it? Really, why don't you come on? 3, monitor. Oh, I already read that. Read out the super chats. Look sincere when you thank them for your donation. Likely requires alcohol, drugs, cigars, etc. before performance if you're not a sincere Asian. Are we talking about the same gal? They don't need drugs or alcohol. Look, we're literally not talking about Nebraska, right? We're not talking about OnlyFans. They're not naked. It's not intimate. They're just doing their thing. Women can't genuinely, even authentically be pleasant. Have predetermined talking points, use sound effects and laughs to fill in the empty airtime and incorporate plenty of thank yous. And this song is for you. Keep it simple, stupid. as said pianist does here. So let me take a look. Is this the video? This is the gal. This is the gal. Sangha Nuna. 472,000 subscribers. Oh my goodness. Let me see how many views she gets on each. Oh, she just did one for it. Yeah, 7,000, 9,000. 2 hours piano for 35,000. She gets twice, sometimes more than the views I get. Now here's what's funny. So she's got a pretty dress on here. That one has 608,000 views. I'm just seeing if there's a correlation between her dress. Yeah, this one where it's a boring outfit. Yeah, that one's not. It looks like she killed Snuffleupagus and skinned him for a sweater. There, that's not gonna get. But this one where it's a very not. It's appropriately sexy. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. This is the gal. This is the gal my buddy listens to. Go easy on the makeup, smile and laugh. Things women used to do pre-1980s. And the smiling and the laughing is absolutely necessary. The girl being shy, almost embarrassed. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, nice touch. Nice touch. It's like Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Ooh, good touch. Good touch. No, none of you name. You don't even know who Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid is. I'm sorry you're all uncultured. 4, drop hints on how you are innocent, a Christian conservative in real life, whether you are or not. In the pianist's case, she created a separate Praise with Sangha channel that clips out Christian songs from the main channel. Ooh, good. Sir, you are very... This is 100% right. And we ain't even talk about showing cleavage or nothing. You are 100% right. She also drops hints about playing piano at church on Sundays. Note that her side channel is half as big as yours, Clary, created only 4 years ago with only 220 videos. Right. I'm not a cute Asian gal with the ability to play piano. I could give you angry old middle-aged man cursing and yelling. How's that? Is that worth the mark? Is that would you guys like, oh, thank you so much. Oh, how about for the super chats today? I'll do fake female appreciation variations, right? We'll get the stereotypes in. I'll do fake female variation appreciations for the super chats. Okay. Oh, and that's your second channel that is twice my size. Praise with Sanganuna. 5, once you build a core audience, could take a couple months and consist of less than 50 desperate men. Set up or have your man behind the scenes create a website where you can receive donations for your performances prior to streaming. Prepaid monies is better than relying on tips. Yeah, well, that's kind of like how Asshole Consulting does it. If you got a question, you pay me, and then I do the video. In the pianist case, the math breaks down like this: 8 songs per hour, each one is 5 minutes, equals 40 minutes of performing in 1 hour. Donations per song range 20 to 50, and she easily books out 3-hour shows occurring twice a week. Yeah, my buddy was saying she when she goes live, she has already shut down the super chats because so many super chats have come into the chat room. Chef's kiss. Brilliant. Add in $10 to $50 super chats after each song and Christmas birthday holiday gifts. Get to that later. Yeah, she opens up her gifts. She gets all these gifts. An 18-year-old female can earn more than an average American salary in 1/10 the hours doing what you like without your bare ass being on the internet forever. Haven't even counted streaming revenue from multiple platforms. Sorry, boss babes. The corporate career culture is becoming obsolete. I'll tell you this again. Ladies, I'm sorry. Is there demand for insufferable HR bitches that nobody likes that makes it impossible for everyone to get the job? Yes, for some reason, corporations hire you. Are there demands for nonprofit charity welfare job programs to take care of the actual welfare cases like social workers, special ed teachers, community managers? Yeah. Are there actual real jobs that contribute to the economy? I'm just being cheeky. And women do work them. Yes, there are doctors and accountants and whatever else. I take the most in-demand job. Let's say nursing. Okay. I think that is the most in-demand female-dominated job. That's legit on top of it, right? That's a very respectable profession. That isn't a fart in a hurricane compared to men's demand for pretty, beautiful women. And I'm sorry, ladies, your number one skill, if you choose to, this mission, should you choose to accept it, is to be a cute woman. Not even to entice men, just to be a pretty, pleasant woman. And you will make so much more money doing that. You know, it's like there's a really tall guy and he's really good at basketball. Well, you have been given this gift, this physique to be a good athlete and go be a basketball player. Go make your money. You never hear somebody who's tall in the NBA, oh, you just like me because I'm tall and I throw the ball good. You're all objectifying me. He's like, oh shit, I signed up for a $10 million contract. This is great. And it's true. She's just capitalizing on it. She's not degrading herself. Yeah, ladies, you can make so much more money. And you could probably have this thing called a husband. Well, not anymore. Guys are getting hip to that jive pretty quick. But you could have a guy who's committed that might take care of you, fix your shit, and have all that every once in a while. If you're just pretty pleasant and hot and have sex. Yeah. Have fun being a spinster boomer. Okay, spinster boomer. Okay. Corporate career route is becoming obsolete. 6, set up a P.O. box where your fans can mail you all the shit you ever wanted. Don't be that moron who doesn't drop $100 a year and just gives out your home address. Oh, God, no. Once you build your audience base, set up your Amazon wish list with literally anything you want unrelated to the hobby you perform. I see, I'm doing all this too, just not as good or as much or as blatantly. Like when we get the super chats, like, oh yeah, today's super chats go to buy a tank of gas. No joke. I wish they were excited. Today we're going to buy 6x6 lumber. These are very exciting times I live in now. Memorize the golden rule for cute streamer chicks. Ask and you shall receive. Throughout the year, casually drop important dates in your life. Birthday, lie about the actual date. Birthday, yes, absolutely lie about the dates. Birth month, half birthday, upcoming grandmother's funeral, Kwanzaa, New Year's, MLK, not only for Black people. I guess we can all move in on that action. All right. Heritage Month, etc. When you mention dates, think of gifts that are loosely tied to those days that you can wear, eat, etc. Man, you've thought about this or observed this. You're all correct. And then add them to the wish list. Keep in mind, it's not what your audience members celebrate. It's the days important to you. The more, the merrier. Be vulnerable and open the gifts during live stream. Shout out the names of senders. Subconsciously makes those who didn't send gifts feel guilty, and you'll get more next time around. And don't forget to practice your appreciation faces and flirtatious body. Oh, the gal's got it down. She's a genius. She got it down, man. She's got it all sewed, man. The root, the timing, everything. No one's going to get that one either. By the way, you can't look up the quotes. That's you ruin the game that way. You got to either know it or you don't. Got it all sewed, man. Not a believer. Here's some gift ideas received by said pianist, along with her reactions. No flashing of boobs required. Manuka honey. Hang on, I gotta watch this. This is a 5-hour video, man. Oh, you queued it up. Okay, thank you. I gotta show this to you guys. Hang on. Tell me she's not a genius. Hang on. Okay, I'm gonna open this up. Oh, no, I gotta share it. And I pulled a muscle in my lower right rib cage and it's hurting now. All right, let's present. Share screen, live piano. Share. If I go back to my... There. Watch what she does. This gal. I hope she makes $1 billion trillion. This gal's a genius. Watch this.
Manuka honey. My favorite. Love it. This is also the one that I have one tea, one scoop, right? One.
Manuka honey. God bless you, ma'am. God bless you. I hope you're making a shit ton of money. God bless you. Um, toilet paper rolls. Hang on, let me see toilet paper. Does she hold up to her boobs again? Hang on. Oh, that is a nice studio she's got. All that toilet paper. Look at that. Okay. All right. We'll do one more. Stocking up on Koreans. Pearl earrings and necklace. Oh, let's do that one. All right. I'm going to have to share again. Share screen. You guys ready for the pearl earrings and necklace? All right, here we go. Here we go. You ready for some marketing magic?
Will you marry me to something like that? Ding ding ding. Oh, that's so cute. So cute. It's pearl, like gray, grayish. It's gray. Yeah, gray. Dark. Oh, I love this color. Perfect. I got earrings and necklace set. Thoughtful. So good. This very elegant. Like me.
Buddy, you're not wrong. I'm stretching because it hurts on my side. You're not wrong. It here's the other thing this poor girl well, she's not the poor girl, the smart girl has, but you poor girls aren't going to do. She has modesty, etiquette, and decorum. She's not, and you say your premise is that the only way girls can make money is by acting like hewers and slewers on the interwebs. I think most young women, at least in the West, surprised that this is a Eastern gal. I think most gals here would view what this lady does as degenerate or degrading. What do you want me to do? Act like some? Oh my god! Thank you so much. Like they would view that as worse than showing their hoo-ha to the world on the internet. I'm not joking. It's real interesting. I think a lot of really the majority of gals, if they're going to monetize a look in the West, at least in America, I would say a good 65% of them would find being the demure, modest, sweet girl, they'd find that beneath them, and they'd rather just show their body parts on the internet instead. I don't know if it's I think it's because they've been conditioned to hate being feminine and demure. Doesn't mean you're weak. It would it'd be a burr in their saddle more to act sweet and kind than it would just to be to spread their legs. And I think it's because they've been conditioned that way. Chocolate sheet music. Maybe skip some homemade food items sent from fans. In the definite cases of gifts received that creep you out, let me make sure I'm still recording. Plan to go heavy on prescription drugs prior to gift opening streams, if that helps. Well, can't you? The streams, you got to do it live to get the super chats, but couldn't she open it and record it and then edit it and upload it later? And double down on acting feminine on camera to ensure that those scumbags keep coming back for more. Save the inevitable vomiting for after the show. To combat the internal pain you will inevitably feel, rehearse scripted lines that show your gratitude and practice various expressions off camera while opening the shitty gifts your distant relatives sent you for your birthday. But in the end, genuine, not fake reactions are appreciated by men. Being Asian helps. I think it maybe just wearing a cute, sensible outfit and being, look, what's rare? A demure, accomplished, polite, sweet, kind, bashful woman, right? We got plenty of loud, girl boss, combative bitches to deal. We don't need, we don't need tattoos. We got plenty of that. I don't even mean it's because we don't like it. There's common as blades of grass. We got plenty of blades of grass. Oh, what's this? This is the diamond. This isn't a rock. This is a diamond. It's different. It's unique. I really think though women would have to like hold their nose and do this performance. I know for her it's a little bit of performance, but I don't think she deep down inside and cut. She lights up a cigarette. These fucking, she's got some Jersey ass. Fucking assholes over here. See me fucking. I have to do this South Korean accent, and I had never been there. I'm 5th generation Korean. These fucking assholes. Bobby, let's go. Time to get triple Jack Daniels. I'm taking off this fucking shirt and putting on my leather jacket. Let's fire up the bikes and go hang out with the guys. I don't think that's her. But I don't think women would have to act that much. Some women would, yeah, I guess. Ladies, being nice and sweet and feminine would be an act for many of you now, wouldn't it? That would. I wish I was joking. Here's a genuine reaction to a fan giving a custom keychain of a picture of her dog sleeping in angel wings. How sweet. Okay, I'm not going to click on that. Not that I don't want to, just because there's a lot of links. It helps to think about what you will buy with checks, cash, gift cards received rather than the handwritten Christmas card from your stalker that will definitely read slowly during private time, as your pianist friend does here. Okay, I do want to watch this, so let's pull that up. There is, we got to do ads. Let me get this ad done. Hope you guys can't hear that. How many ads do I have to go through? Skip. All right, so here, this is going to be creepy. I don't like this. No. Share screen. Okay. So this would be the drawback.
I don't read all the cards or letters during live stream, but I just see and I read them later when I have my time. So I definitely will read them tomorrow. Thank you so much. Beautiful card. Oh, 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 thank you so much. It's a hidden thing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh, Simon. Simon, are you watching this? I hope you are here. Thank you so much. I got everything what you sent here. And I will read slowly when I have moment. I don't want to just glance. So thank you very much and just move. No.
Okay, she's opting out. She read it in private time, is what you're saying. Okay. I can't imagine like you get that popular with guys. Yeah, you're gonna have some weirdos out there. Read slowly during private time. To come off genuine, mix up your reactions with displays of slight confusion, a feminine laugh, smirk, etc., while politely turning down all opportunities to meet your fans in the nicest way you can. Examples below. Confused about what to do with daily Christian prayer cards, reaction to a letter asking for a one-on-one interview. I'm sure she turns them down politely. Eventually, the reactions might become so organic that the audience might believe that you appreciate those novelty socks you didn't ask for, as the pianist does here. I think what I'll do is I'll put all these links down below for people to follow or watch. Well, here's the other thing. Hey, let me ask you this. I mean, I got my channel. We're like 96%, 93% men. Well, how many women are going to tune in? And how many women are going to execute? Again, the vast majority of girls are going to plug their nose if they do it at all. They're going to think it's beneath them. So I don't think they're going to follow through on the examples. Oh, and take notes. Oh, do that. Oh, okay, be in shape. Okay, wear something modest. Don't you tell me. I'm going to go on TikTok and bitch about men. Finally, leave no trace on the internet that you are married or have a boyfriend. Obviously, men are ignorant and believe that their years of donations to your little hobby stream will eventually lead to a meetup once they see that you are different from all those other losers that follow her channel. A man's belief that he has a shot with his favorite streamer is an underrated factor in keeping loyal male followers. Yes, men are that stupid. For the pianist, it takes some deep digging, but you could find out that she is married allegedly. If men just thought things through, they can glean much from asking simple questions. Who paid for all the equipment, the piano, the mics, the swaggy set up, the house, and who is filming her live stream with various cuts from different cameras while she is playing piano? Alas, ignorance is bliss. Heck, you know what? You don't even need a husband or quote unquote a guy. You have video professionals like Fresh and Fit. They got Big Mo, not to mention a bunch of other staff. There are people out there who they're producers. That's what they're generally called, and they can do the cut ups and the video and the setup. Like Donovan Sharp, he did all of his own. So going through that process, setting up the cameras and the lighting, he has that background. Blake of Terrence Pop fame. Blake is, hire Blake, someone like, although they have to physically be nearby to do it. But that's a skill out there that you don't need a quote unquote husband to do. Alas, ignorance is bliss. If information about her boyfriend husband became public knowledge, it would definitely hurt streaming revenue. Didn't that happen to Amaranth? Wasn't that? I remember her because what's his name? Not Turfling Monkey. Why can't I remember the guy? He's in New York. Oh, I forget. He always makes fun of her. Other streamers have already shown what happens when their boyfriend husband is revealed. For example, Amaranth, a popular Twitch and OnlyFans streamer, casually revealed she had been married for years in 2022. And while there was a temporary uptick in earnings, it all came crashing down in March 2025 when her husband became more prominent after shooting assailants who demanded access to her cryptocurrency account. Since then, her husband has been featured on her streams. The monthly revenue has been cut in half. Yep, there you go. Keep your personal life personal, ladies, except when it comes to your tasting gifts. I'll tell you this. Here's the other thing. You got to use your fake name. Go register your LLC or your business entity in Wyoming or New Mexico where it's anonymous. You do that through a registered agent. What else can you do? Get P.O. Box, right? I'm trying to figure out. But especially for women, I would even come up with a whole other persona. Like you live in a different state, maybe even a different country. Definitely check your background. I was deadheading a buddy's car across the country. It was a Mustang. It was nice. And I took a picture. I forgot. I think it was his shift had a 8-ball. And people were like, oh, did you get a Mustang? I'm like, how'd you know it was a fucking Mustang? Like, there's this little piece, like if the center console, it's a Mustang. How did you know? Those guys found not Elijah Wood. The guy was putting flags all over, and 4chan was able to figure out where the flag was based on the jet streams in the sky and the time the picture was taken. So definitely make sure your background is cleaned up of identifying information. 8, bonus tip. If you have a dog and incorporate him into your stream, you come off as responsible, feminine. Most of your dog expenses, toys, food will be covered. Dog food, dog toys. That's more examples of her getting stuff. Fans will even write letters pretending to be friends, relatives of your dog in an effort to get in your pants. Totally normal, not creepy at all. And he actually provides some examples. Continuing on. Takeaways. Ladies, unfortunately, all the steps above are built on 2 false assumptions. Top-tier female game streamer, talented pianist, female athlete. You have watched the WNBA. Sorry, but most of you don't have the discipline to build up the skills that can be monetized online, let alone professionally. I don't even think that's not the thing. Everyone can develop a skill. I believe there's a gal who's a fisherwoman, and she just fishes in bikinis. She makes $1 billion trillion a year. How hard is it to fish? It's not that hard. I know some of you, you don't know about the equipment. And if you take it to the nth level, I'm sure it is. But women could, whatever their hobby is that they enjoy. Hi, I'm sewing. I'm making this thing. Music lends itself well because songs are 2 to 5 minutes. There's something that you can do, ladies, and if you're just pretty and sweet and kind and feminine, they could do it. Whatever that skill and hobby is, yes, that might take the most time to develop, but I think most women could do this. But I'm going to stand by that because that's the hill I'm dying on. Most women don't want to lower themselves to being sweet, kind, and feminine and shy and bashful. That's just what you men want. Okay. Yeah. And that gal makes millions of dollars, and you're still paying off your master's in HR, working for $53,000 a year in a major metro. At least you didn't deliver what men want, and thank God for that. More importantly, most females don't have the compassion, reliability, and femininity to attract a male audience online without using their sexuality. A response to comment by Pokimane, who complained that there aren't many huge female streamers, sums up the reason pretty well. Yeah, because most female streamers aren't really that entertaining to watch, and all they do is talk to chat and do things to show off their body, pretend like that's not what they're trying to do. It's not a sex thing. It's just most of them aren't enjoyable to watch. It's boring. And this is from a post from Pokimane. But for the rare women who does have skills and can be relatable, kind, compassionate, and feminine, though relatable, kind, compassionate, and feminine, that's the selling point. And I do believe every woman has some kind of skill or hobby or expertise, or you could hone one. But for the rare woman who does have skills and can be relatable, kind, compassionate, and feminine, competition is scarce. Right. I'm going to say it again, not because of the skills, because so few are relatable, kind, compassionate, and feminine. And the internet is your oyster. And by not exposing yourself, you won't have to pay exorbitant fees to expunge yourself from the interwebs like OnlyFans girls will 10 years from now. The lessons for men, give your energy, time, and money out to others on the interwebs, and they will eventually reciprocate back to you. Just kidding. Stop giving your hard-earned money to strangers online. Read Why Women Deserve Less. I helped Myron Gaines. I edited that book for him. Live in the real world, not online. Get a life, etc., etc. Angry Cappy rant here at the end. I don't know if this is angry. I think this is a good bit of news for any young, attractive women who wanted to not show their naughty bits on the internet, have a hobby. You just have to be nice, sweet, kind, demure, and feminine. How hard is that? Apparently pretty hard, right? It says something where, nude gals on the OnlyFans or whatever are a dime a dozen. But the sweet, nice one, that's the rarity. That's the rarity. I guess if going by behaviors, looking at behaviors, women would rather show their naughty bits than be nice on the internet. Is that sweet, kind, demure? All right, let's go to the super chats. Femboy Fantasia, $5 from your last video. A high-income woman I know does not want to get married. Real funny how it works when you make more than the man, huh? Yes, it's going back to the previous video. This gal was demanding the man marry her and threatening him with, you're going to die alone and all that other stuff. But then if the woman makes more, which happens, prenups are not one way. Those women don't want to get married. The richer women don't want to get married. Interesting. Again, I asked, why y'all worrying about getting married? Can't you just spend time and commit to one another and have sex? Whoa! Well, we can't do it without the license. Judd Grover, $2. I won't settle for less than a rich Playboy bunny. Yep. That's where we're all gonna have that. Yep. Trey, $2. They can just marry rich, then divorce. Well, that's another thing. In the olden times, being feminine, sweet, and kind is what got you a man who would invariably pay for your shit because you were at home, quote unquote, making the babies and not earning money. You were working, taking care of a home and raising children definitely is a job, but you weren't making money. And so then that's why you had alimony laws. Like, well, hey, you stepped out on her or whatever, but you got to pay for her kids and herself because there wasn't a welfare state. Now we got the welfare state. We should get rid of alimony, right, ladies? Right? 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 Because strong, independent don't need no, right? 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 Huh? Huh? I just used all the explosives? Or did I? Toasty Pasty, $2. Hi, my bespeckled friend. Die Hard is a must-see. Yep, it is. Journey Trials of Joy, $5. Bonnie Blue is the end results of secularism. Boy, she is kind of the last stop on that train line, isn't she? That really is I would say, there are multiple lines of secularism, but they all have a final stop. I would say that's kind of that line. Another line, the final stop is when kids are cutting off their junk because it's to be popular. I think that's another end of the line. I know an economic end of the line is going to be like the New York mayor to be, in theory, we're going to have government grocery stores and free shit. Like, yeah, and there's no food in the free grocery store. That's another end of the line. Gerald Binnicker, $5. Most women want to be sweet, but they don't want to be slaves for entitled men. Men shouldn't give preferential treatment to hot girls. Well, men like hot girls. They're not going to change that. Women like tall guys. Men like hot girls. It's not going to change. But I don't see how them being sweet makes them slaves to entitled men. I think just being cute and coy and all. Now, if the guy says, I demand your attention or time, that would be a slave. But merely being, cute and awkward and shy, whatever. Like, for example, when Hugh Jackman portrays some character, Hugh Jackman is an excellent actor, by the way. He's putting on an act. That doesn't make him my slave. He's portraying somebody in a movie that I want to watch. A woman merely being kind, sweet, and whatever. Yes, most men would want to see it. And if they're compensated for it, they're not slaves. But I don't think women being feminine, cute, and attractive to men is slavery. They don't have to. You girls don't have to, but then men don't owe you attention or anything. Dre, $2. They can make transparent cleaning videos. Dude, Dre, you're not wrong. A girl simply cleaning in a French maid outfit, admittedly, that's going down the sexual route. But if, like, here's how I clean. I use this and I use that. Cooking channel. Whatever their hobby is. I think there's a gal who's a tradesman and she makes bank because she actually is a good tradesman. She finishes the project and it looks good. And she's not in some freaking bikini. Journey, trials, and joy. Why are we complaining? We're not. We're not complaining. The Plains Warrior, $2 here just for knowing how to share screen. Thank you, Plains. Thank you. I forget. I have to reteach myself all the time. Better Bachelor is really good. He just does it like that. He starts off with it. Gerald Binnicker, $2. Women wear man repellent because they was abused by men. No, they weren't. I'm sure some were. But women, the majority of women were not abused by men. They just weren't. They might have not gotten what they want out of men. Maybe they had bad relationships. That does not mean abused. If women want to, and there's a fashion called man repellent. And those women were not abused. The gal who created even a website and a channel, she's actually quite well off, came from a privileged background. It's just agent provocateur. It's to provoke men and agitate them. I'm going to wear man repellent because I don't need no. The majority of women who do that were not abused by men. Space Cowboy, $2. Sell feet pics and retire. Well, not wrong there. Dre, $2. They could become a VTuber like, it's a Gundam. That's it. It's a Gundam was the guy who picked on Aramanth. It's a Gundam. Space Cowboy, 10 generous dollars. They sell early and leave money on the table. There is no long-term goal. On top of listening to other people, women who don't know what they're talking. They sell early and leave money on the table. There's no long-term goal. Listen to other people who don't know what they're talking about. Are you talking people's the life cycle of the channel? I guess I've never studied how long women stay influencers. What every influencer should do is just be saving your money. Don't be spending it. You don't know how long this is going to last. YouTube could just say, no, we don't like it. We're shutting down. It could all go away. That's why I save the vast majority of my money. Oh, I got to go. All right. Dre, $2. Transparent cleaning videos are very popular. All right, I'm going to have to look it up now. What a transparent cleaning video. Oh, I got to go spray transparent cleaning. video. What's transparent? All right, I got it listed. I'll look it up later. 5N 4K 3 dork, $5 to the guy who sent this in. Thank you for showing us the matrix of streamers and VTubers. For FWIW, 2 people get my super chat here on YouTube, a VTuber and you. Okay, well, the guy gets $2, $2.50. Well, we got to take out the 30%. The guy gets $2. Space Cowboy, $2 baseline for a woman. Be cute, be nice. Right, but they don't want to because that's slavery. Because they were abused. Guys, look, I'm going to say it again. The fact you say, have you thought about being cute, be nice, be feminine? And there's such a hate-filled backlash to that. One, has it dawned on you they don't want to do that, which is their right? And two, just how hard it is to get women to be what you want them to be, right? And you kind of don't want to, because then that does push slavery. Where look, man, do you want to be cute, feminine, or nice or not? In my personal relationships. If you don't, that's fine. I don't want a pissed off, angry woman. Friend of mine, we have a female friend in common. He's like, could you imagine if she put on an actual French maid outfit? He'd be like, I'm wearing it. What? Some women don't want to be feminine. That's okay, gal. You don't have to. It's your life. But if you wanted to get the guys, cyberbully, $5. Thin women are the most desirable asset in the United States. Yes, because they're rare. They're not only the objectively attractive, they're also rare. When I go to the country bar by my house, the handful of thin women are treated like celebrities. Yep. Dre, $2. Look up transparent cleaning. I am. I'm going to do it. I got to spray some meat. What? I'm doing a pork shoulder, and you got to spray apple cider vinegar on it every hour. Dre, $2. Isn't man repellent just called fat women? No. Well, I mean, yeah, in an overall sense. There's also a fashion called man repellent fashion. It was just edgy 20-something back then millennial girls like, I'm going to tell you to fuck off because I'm a badass bitch. None of that attitude. It's essentially a bluff. I'm going to bluff and overstate my value, how little I'm interested in you because I'm a badass bitch and I don't need no man. All those girls, I don't need no man. Men can fuck off. Man repellent. Some, sure. Yeah, statistically, some were abused. Most of them were not abused. They're just doing it to be provocative and agitating. It's like a power play. Space Cowboy, $5. When I said they sell early, I meant they jump to Nebraska and lose value. Oh, I see. Okay, yes. They just need to save their money. The Nyla Ray gal who didn't notice she had to pay her taxes, which is debatable if that's even true. Like, how do you make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, a year, and one, not save any of it, and two, not pay your taxes? All right, there you guys go. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.